ASMR off. So today I'm gonna be doing a video which is basically like my high school experience. And so when I was in middle school, so you're talking like I graduated middle school in 2008, and I started high school in 2008, September '08, and before that, when I was in 8th grade still, towards the summer, closer to the summer of 2008, I was watching these videos, and it was HBO or some channel like that showed you like what to do when you go to high school, like what the experience is like, because I mean, as a kid, I was extremely shy and very scared to talk to people. I mean, even now, I'm, not as bad, but still, nervous and scared to talk to people and really shy. And so I watched videos that, basically trained me mentally how to go to school and not be so afraid of it. Even though I still was nervous, but not as bad. And so I want to do this video for the next generation of teenagers who might have felt the same thing I did when going to high school, or might be nervous or don't know what to expect. Now, of course, if you saw my life story ASMR, obviously it talked, it didn't seem like high school was bad, but my high school experience was not bad. Yeah, my head just had some crust in my eyes. Anyway, and so I'm doing this video to basically talk about it. And so I graduated in 2012 from high school. And one thing I will say, when you graduate high school, believe me, it was scary. I mean, I acted all normal and calm, but I didn't even know what to do. I was like nervous, scared. I didn't understand it. But of course, I had, I was in special education. So I do have disabilities. I have ADHD, OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, Asperger's syndrome, which is on the spectrum of autism, and other stuff. I used to have PTSD, and so I went to high school from September 2008, and I graduated June 20th, 2012. And then graduation was June 21st, 2012, which is funny because my graduation was literally the day right before my birthday, since I was born, my birthday is June 22nd. So it was kind of like, whew, good timing. And at the time, I wanted to graduate because, school can sometimes be boring, or just people like to pick on you and all that stuff. And of course, back then I looked way different then. I used to have really long hair back then, back in school. It looked way different, way different then. Long hair and a mustache, sideburns. Anyway, and this is my graduation. GED, whatever they call it. High school diploma, not GED, I'm sorry. High school diploma, I'm getting the wrong thing. Yeah, because I graduated high school. High school diploma, yes. And that's the Indian chief. Since the school I'm at they were the Piscataway Chiefs. For Piscataway High School. And the football team were the Piscataway Chiefs. And so, this is the inside. That's what my school looks like. PHS, Piscataway High School. And that's a drawing that's inside the actual diploma case. Because it's a little, booklet like that. Now, obviously, it requires my diploma, which I'm not going to show because it has the location. It says obviously where it's located, the school. It has my full legal name and stuff like that. So obviously for, obvious safety reasons and all that stuff, privacy reasons, I don't want to disclose that, information, of course. Anyway, and then, of course, with the, when you graduate, you have the little, like you see it, the little hats to hang like that. I can't remember what happened to my hat. I have to dig around and look for it. But this is the string that attaches to it. Because our school is black and yellow. The color is black and yellow or black and gold, whichever you prefer to call it. And it has the number 12 on it, as you can see. It used to be a more brighter gold, but since it's, again, it's old. It got discolored a little bit, but it was a brighter gold. And you just put it on top of the hat, and that's, And that next is, to show more proof that I graduated, was right here. The thing that you wear around your shoulders and back. It says 2012. And then, of course, PHS, Scouting High School. And obviously it's the black and gold like usual. Now it gets the actual, experience. Alright, so, like, when I was in high school, sure, there was, obviously there's going to be bullies and all that stuff. There's going to be those people who are just obnoxious, childish buffoons, I guess you could say, to put it nicely. But I had good teachers, I had good teachers. I had a good experience. I learned different things. My school was unlike unusual high schools where schools don't really teach you what they should. They taught me finance, how to pay bills, how to get a job, how to interview for a job. I worked at the school store while I was there I was a school store employee at the high school for about 2 years, I think, 2-3 years. It wasn't really an employee per se, but basically it was with my teacher ran the school store, so we would take turns running the school store for her during lunchtime to help us gain experience. So when we left high school, we would have at least some job experience, which of course helped me to land my first job shortly after high school. Shortly after, I wanted to wait until the summer was over, but of course my parents being that they were a bit strict and a bit, old-fashioned, even though they were Gen X, but they kind of had more the mindset of a baby boomers. I was raised by my grandparents too, who were baby boomers, but mostly by my parents who were Gen X. Since I didn't have my story, my mother was, a teenager when she, had me, so, that's, pretty much explains that. And when I had good experiences, there were people that picked on me, and I was with somebody in high school who was, controlling, and this person, unfortunately, she was, abusive towards me, physically and mentally. But putting all that, childish nonsense aside, it was good classes, and there was, a lot of good things. You have good friends, and one thing is important: don't wish to graduate high school. You do not want to do this. I'm telling you. Every day I wish I could just be a teenager again in high school. I miss high school. I miss those days. And there'd be friend groups. It gives you something to do. So, don't get me wrong. I don't mind being an adult. An adult, you can drink. You can. Not that I drink that much to begin with. But and you get to do things that have fun. But sometimes adult can just be hard. You gotta pay bills. You gotta, do this and that. You gotta, we're a teenager. You didn't have to worry about things so much when you're in high school. Things were just, it was simpler, easier, not so complicated. You just enjoy being a kid. Going on the bus, seeing your friends, and one thing that was hardest was graduating high school. That was the hardest, because then I experienced the last time I'll see my friends in each class during the final exams. I had to see my friends one last time in class, and my classmates. Then there's worse. The last bus trip. The last time you get to be on the bus with the bus driver. You get to see all your bus buddies that you've been on the bus with for that entire year, and you have to face the last time, and then, just stuff like that. And after high school, that's pretty scary, but I'm here to tell you, you just want to stay calm, diligent. It's gonna suck, it's gonna be hard, but you'll get through it, as I did. But during school, it's not too bad, you have it pretty easy, I got nervous, even though I was a nervous and shy person, but, if you get lost, you don't have to be afraid to ask somebody for help. You don't have to ask, you have to be afraid to ask, hey, where's this class? Because I always did that. I would ask constantly what classrooms are and all that stuff. And I actually do have my schedule, I do have my schedule. I was going to show in a video, actually give you an idea, but of course I forgot. I don't have it with me. I have it it's safe for all those records. But if I could do another video to give a better idea if you want, just let me know down in the comment below and I'll make a sequel to this video. Anyway, and high school was good at that, and I wanted that too. And I also worked as a cafeteria assistant while I was in high school too, which was fun too, because of course that was a good experience to have too. It wasn't too much, just cleaning the countertops in the kitchen or helping to prepare certain food and stuff. And I also, probably hard to see, because I can't lift my leg that high, but I have my PHS, or Piscataway High School sweatpants, which I just recently bought. I reached out to a teacher, and because usually in the school stores, when you're a student there, a teacher can do it, but if I knew my teachers there and they said it was fine for me, because usually if you're outside, you can order, you can buy stuff if you're not from the school, or if you're a former student, but you had to do an order form and all that stuff, and then they just come and pick it in because of COVID. They let you in, but they only let you in like a very small part of the building, and then by the office, and you can come pick it up. But I was able to see my old teachers, which was good. But in high school, you want to treasure that time, because that's a special time. It's the last time you're gonna see your friends at school. It's the last. You're pretty much at the end of your childhood, where your childhood is coming to an end, and pretty soon you have to be adulting, unfortunately. And I just took it for granted, and I liked high school and stuff. I was enjoying it, but I just felt like I was looking at how those kids were just school sometimes got boring, or some classes were boring. And here to say, after almost about 10 years later, it's like you went, not even 10 years. Like I missed high school after a year or two. Like I missed high school, and I wish I didn't graduate. I wanted to go back. Unfortunately, you can't once you graduate. Now, sure, there's college course, but and so basically, it's just a message would be just you don't have to be afraid of high school. There's gonna be good times and bad. There's gonna be tough times, but as long as you just make sure you just carry yourself respectively. Just get through your work. Make sure you do your homework. Because I made the stupid decision of not want to do homework and doing it on the bus, or rushing through it. But you definitely don't want to do that. You want to make sure you study hard, and just most importantly, just enjoy this time while you can. Because when you're a teenager in high school, you're still a teenager, you're still a kid, so you can still enjoy life. And you want to enjoy this time with your friends while you can. And luckily for me, I was able to get in contact with some friends from high school, so I could at least see them. And I see them once in a while, or particularly one who works at this store. So once in a while, I'll come in to see him while he's working. But it's just it's gonna be hard, but it could be easy too. And stuff. So it's again not too bad, or particularly and now comes to my experience. I did different classes I did, and I even did guitar classes, and that was a lot of fun. Math, something they call vocations for life, which will get you basically just life skills you need to know, like money, finance, how to build money, how to do interviews, things that really every school should be teaching you to get you set up for when you graduate. I had like a couple of language classes. Actually, I had 2 language classes once, which is how when people meet me and talk to me, they see I'm very plural and very proper, and I use proper grammar and stuff. I had so much. And senior year, which was fun, I did computer classes and stuff, which of course wasn't part of the special education I was receiving for special education for kids with disabilities. But of course, that was one of my mistakes, because that was hard. They had to give me easier assignments, because when it comes to computers, I'm not, which is why obviously I have a guy who's good with computers, who helps me with the technical computer stuff. When it comes to computers, it's just confusing. And it's kind of funny, because when it comes to computers, you can give me all sorts of different computer parts, and I can tell you what they do, but when it comes to actually using the computer, it's confusing. Which I know sounds a bit odd or weird, but, and, it was fun, and the guitar class was fun. It was a bit hard at times because I had to carry a book bag and a guitar case around, which was a bit difficult and stuff, but I mean, it was fun. And it's a good conversation starter. I mean, even someone who was shy as hell, you know, I mean, someone like me, I was getting everybody. I mean, they would want to talk about it. People would want me to play guitar and everything else. Where sometimes the teachers actually would allow it just so that the students would stop asking. Yeah, but anyway, but that's, yeah. Pretty much I could think of for this high school experience. You know, basically just, you don't have to be afraid, you go in, you be respectful, you carry yourself respectively. You just go in to get your stuff done, make good friends. People want to act, if the boys want to pick on you and act like just childish Looney Tunes, I say, what the heck with them, kick them to the curb, let them just act wild and stupid, because I actually know some people, I actually seen some people who I used to pick on me in high school, and it's 10 years later, and they're like working part-time jobs. Some of them are, who weren't paying attention in class, they're not doing it, too good. Or someone like me who, is, who pay attention in class. I mean, I would pay attention in class, study hard. I would make sure to get my stuff done. I would always get to class on time. I was never late once to my class in high school. I was constantly on time, and all that stuff. And that's just what you want to do. You want to care if I get to classes on time or early if you can. Just listen, get your work done. Get the homework done. Just learn what you can, so that way when you get out of school, you'll be good. Even after school, to this day, I can see you have a book bag and a planner, an agenda. I write down, different stuff and study, go to the library and study and educate myself to increase my education and increase my mind and my knowledge. Which you want to do after high school too. You want to continue to learn and continue to learn. Because as you continue to learn, you'll better yourself and you'll be a better person, but also a smarter, more developed person and stuff. And that's it. This is a bit of a long ASMR video, but I want to try and make it nice and long for you guys. And and I also took wood shop too, and I made some really nice projects. I made a paper towel holder. I made a little shelf thingy you could hang on the shelf. I made a box. I was supposed to make a magazine cover. I mean a magazine holder for the bathroom for when you're on the toilet and you have to put, you grab magazines. But of course, I didn't have a chance to finish it in time, so my woodshop teacher and I modified the project to be a little stool, like a little stool for like a little kid or a baby, in which of course I have in my bedroom, which I have to get, but to show you real quick, since I have a lot of time left in this video, I made this box. Hopefully that's not too loud. Somewhere in here I put my initials. Not sure where, because this thing is so old. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to really look at it. There's good stuff in it. It's a bit noisy, so I don't want to screw up this ASMR video with loud, obnoxious noises. So I guess what I'll do is I'll definitely make a part 2. And I'll try to find my initials on that. I'll get all the projects I made in woodshop, I'll get them all together. And I can pretty much show you, or I can make a separate video too. I can make a separate video and explain what I did in woodshop in high school, even if you want. Just let me know in the comments down below. Or if you're messaging me on Instagram, remember to message me on Instagram, a personal message on Instagram, and I can even, that way if you want to do it privately, And that's just about it for this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And that ding bell icon, get notified of videos once you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all in the next video.